The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on NewstalkZB.
You know, they're like most things in life, there is nuance and subtlety that is lost along the way. David Seymour is of a personality that undoubtedly gets up the noses of some. He might even bother the Prime Minister periodically. But his Land Rover escapade is not a sackable offence, neither is his letter written not as a minister for Polkinghorne sackable either. Even if you want to, I don't know, combine them and throw in the Principals Bill because he's agitated people with it, he is still not in sackable territory, nor indeed anywhere close. And here's the simple truth about MMP. Why do we still report it like FPP and that they're all in the same party? Could the PM sack David Seymour from Cabinet? I mean, I guess. But then what would happen? Well, the end of the government, that's what. So is he going to do that? No, he is not. When companies take over other companies, there is often a clean out of talent. When a new CEO arrives, same thing often applies. The business of running a country is an MMP environment. That's unique. It's not like a business merger or a takeover. You don't merge or take over, you coalesce. You are individual entities who agree on a series of ideas and a level of cooperation. It won't go perfectly, it might not even go swimmingly, because at no stage did you ever merge into one. You always remained, in this case, three. When Chris Hipkins calls yet again for a sacking, and surely we're bored witless with that particular tactic, aren't we? He tells us that not since the 80s and Longy and Prebble have we seen infighting like this. He is, of course, completely and utterly wrong. He forgets Peters and Shipley and Peters and Bolger and Anderton and Clark and Copu and Shipley and the New Zealand First Tight Five. He forgets a vast swathe of our local and recent history. And not just that, he forgets Prebble and Longy were in the same party. Seymour and Luxon are not. In many respects, we're lucky with this current lineup. I mean, in a small country, coalition choice is limited. In places like Spain and Germany recently, when they've stretched the bounds of credibility in forming deals, they've collapsed. This deal will not collapse. The majority of the time, there's cordiality, respect and productivity, but reportage doesn't appear to feature those aspects. The great frustration you see I have with this Hipkins-style approach and the coverage of this frippery is this is a time of tremendous importance on serious matters. This country, I don't know if you've noticed, is a mess and it's in desperate need of addressing. The sideshow game increasingly looks from another age and also childish. If Seymour, Peters or Luxon gets on the phone to the GG to dissolve arrangements, you come back to me. But stunts and a bit of personality back and forward is basically a day at the office, not a lead story, and certainly not a crisis.
Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on NewstalkZB.